Okay, for part 2. I know the difference between rape, giving myself away consensually to men I shouldn't, and just being intimate with my husband. I know the difference between all three. I've experienced all three. And women who say that a man just simply saying, "Oh, you're cute," or just looking at you briefly for 1 second, that's not sexual harassment. I know a lot of feminists like to say that it is, but it's not. For some women, might feel that way. It might be a trigger word for some women who actually have experienced real sexual harassment or rape. It might be a trigger word for them, but for feminists that have never actually experienced any of that, no, they cannot call it sexual harassment. But at the same time, the thing that kills me with the feminists is that they'll say, again, guys simply looking at you for a mere second, even though he's not checking out that's sexual harassment. They say that, but then they'll turn around and be full support of women's sexually harassing men. Like, I've seen different videos of a guy, he would tell a woman that he's not interested in her, or that he's married or in a relationship with someone, and she still harasses him. Like, she'll try to put her butt, she'll try to touch all over him, she'll try to, get him to touch her or whatever, and he's trying to make sure that he doesn't hurt her. He's trying to control himself from getting angry and try to walk away from the situation, but she doesn't leave him alone. And the feminists cheer that on. Not only that, but then they're saying, "Oh, that guy is being mean because he doesn't see the queen that she is. He's just being sexist." They tell women that it's okay for them to wear skimpy clothing as much as they want and expect men to control themselves, but yet the women are totally encouraged to sexually harass men, even when they dress modestly, and they tell the woman that he's in a relationship, that he's not interested, or that he's gay. Women are still told by feminists, "Oh, yeah, it's okay that you sexually harass him because you're a queen." That really angers me. And there's also some that's teaching women to cry pervert if a guy just simply says to his niece or his daughter or whatever, "Hey, you need to get some more clothes on," so men do not look at you in that way, so they don't get the wrong attention. One example of this is Vid Chronicles. Now, Vid Chronicles was doing okay in doing videos on morale until they came up with this one, and it's called "Evil Uncle Fights Niece on Her Birthday. He Instantly Regrets It." What was the uncle's crime? He told the niece that she just needs to dress more modestly so she doesn't attract the wrong intention, the wrong kind of attention. And the niece and the mom basically said, "Oh, you're just saying that because you're a pervert. You only see me sexual way, so you're just being a pervert." I was highly ticked when I saw that, and I let them know it too. I put a little comment on their page basically telling them that's the kind of stuff that gets innocent men thrown in jail. And if Vid Chronicles happens to see this, coming from a woman that actually has been sexually harassed and raped before, you really need to change that whole scene. in that video, because the uncle is not being a pervert. He's trying to be protective, and there's absolutely nothing weird, perverted, sick, mean, or wrong about it. A man trying to protect his niece, daughter, mother, aunt, whoever, and saying, hey, I know how men think. You should just put a little more clothes on just so you can protect yourself. Men have a right to do that. And actually, it would be very unloving if they didn't do that. And us women should teach our daughters to be modest. We need to teach each other to be modest. Yes, true, a guy can lust after a girl even if she's modest. But the difference is, men have more respect for women who dress modestly than women who don't. It's not rocket science. It's simple concept. It's common sense. So I highly suggest that Vid Chronicles Vid Chronicles needs to redo that whole thing and take the whole stupid, oh, you're just a pervert out of the whole entire thing. Because again, stupid stuff like that gets innocent men thrown in jail. And that highly bothers me. And that's just pretty much telling young girls that it's okay to dress up like a harlot. That they shouldn't have any respect for themselves. And that's something that I highly disagree with. And it was sad because you got many women making comments cheering it on, saying, oh yeah, he was just being nasty, disgusting, perverted uncle. He was just being a pervert. They was just looking at things at face value instead of really assessing and thinking about what was going on. And sadly, real men in real life have actually been accused of that, for telling their daughters or nieces to dress more modestly for their protection. And that's a shame. It really is. But again, the double standard, to women, men can't have standards, but women can have all these stupid, ridiculous, high, and contradicting standards. If a man looks at a woman, oh, sexual harassment. But if a woman touches all over a man after he clearly tells her no, oh, that's just okay. She's just being a queen. She's just trying to get what she knows that she deserves. No. It is never okay for a woman to sexually harass anybody. Period. I don't care if she's a girl. That doesn't make it right. But ladies, if you really want to get a successful relationship that'll turn into a happy marriage, turn away from feminism, listen to the Lord, humble yourselves. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. Be willing to compromise. Be willing to listen to your husband and try to understand his side of things, and then try to work it out together. It's not hard. I mean, it's not as hard as feminists make it out to be. They try to make it out like as if it's such an impossible thing to do. It's not. It does take work, but it's not impossible. And the more you two grow together, and the more you learn to understand each other, understand each other's love language, the easier it gets. Listen to God. He knows what you need to do in a relationship. And don't get offended just because he tells you that you need to actually act like a woman. Don't get mad because he tells you that you need to respect your man as head of household. Don't get mad that he tells you that you do need to learn to cook and clean. Don't get mad that he tells you that you need to respect you're a man. He's not telling you those things to be mean to you or to hurt you. He's telling you that because he knows how men think. He knows what, and more importantly, he knows that that's the right thing to do. I chose to listen to God, and because of that, I saved my marriage and my family, and we have grown better together. I turned away from listening to a woman that was acting more like a feminist and chose to listen to the Lord, and because of that, I benefited from it. God knows what he's talking about, and listening to him is the best thing you can honestly do. For yourself and for him also, for everyone around you, and I'm saying for him also because God also wants respect. God also wants us to listen to him. So it's beneficial, a win for everyone. Do not listen to a bunch of women who are judging based off of their own personal experiences or that are just parroting what a bunch of other feminists say. Because truthfully, there are some women trying to give marriage advice who were never married, who have never been married, or that have multiple divorces that they themselves initiated over non-biblical reasons. Like, for example, I was bored with him. We just didn't see eye to eye anymore. Or we just drifted apart. I'm sorry, but those are not biblical reasons to divorce a man. Now, if he cheated on you, or if there was abuse, if there's abuse or whatever, then yeah, God, if there's drug abuse, physical abuse, or things like that, then I believe God be understanding for separation. And the cheating and stuff, that is it's definitely, a cause for divorce. But if you're just saying you just got financial problems or you just can't get along, I'm sorry, but that's not a cause. And then you try to say, well, I don't want to argue anymore in front of the kids. Well, stop arguing in front of the kids. Get counseling. Stop acting like that there's nothing you can do. That you don't have options. That there's nothing. That you can't work on it. Yes, you can. I worked on it. And it saved my marriage. I took the Lord's advice and I saved my marriage. And if you want to know how you can save your marriage, even if you are trying and you're looking like it's not working, then ask God what you need to do. And sometimes he may tell you just have to be patient. But don't so easily give up on your marriage just because feminists tell you to. They're not in your situation. And a lot of times, they're not telling you to do that for the right reasons anyway. Misery loves company. But I said all that I needed to say. May the Lord be with you all. Have a great day. Shalom.